Hello again, this is MrDerpinati. Today we'll be basically bridging. I'm just testing to see if this works well. This is a good video idea, and if people will watch it. We're going to be talking about a bunch of spoilers. A bunch of spoilers for anime. So first one, this is from like 3-4 weeks ago. So it's about time I made like a video covering most of these, so I'm just gonna try and be like talk it as fast as possible because why not? So first of all, Journey of Elena. That was an airing anime from fall 2020, and it was a pretty cool show. Like at the start, it didn't seem too good because I was like didn't know what to expect. But like it was really good. So I would recommend. That's one done. It's very realistic. So like the main character isn't like I'm gonna save everyone, but like rather she's their troubles I'm just gonna watch. So it's somewhat realistic in that sense, and yeah. So next one, Adachin Shimamura. That was an anime I've been like talking about a lot. It's basically a Yuri anime. It's like a slice of life, and it's really good. Apart from the first episode being kind of confusing, it's a really nice anime, and like both the opening and the endings are really good. Like most songs that last season were really good. So we're going to talk about Chekhov's gun. So this is like a technique that writers use, and it's basically where you don't introduce people without like if you introduce them, they have a purpose. So, for example, let's have like a very broad example. So you've got Harry Potter. I'm sure most of you have watched Harry Potter or even read the book. And okay, let's say Snape. Like he's the teacher of Harry Potter, but like he has his purpose is it's more evident in the later novels or stories, movies rather, and his purpose isn't only just to be a teacher, but rather he's supposed to become like dark arts teacher, so he dies. So like that's Chekhov's gun. Basically, if you introduce something, it has to have a use later in the novel. And while most characters in Adachi and Shimamura, like they do have a purpose, there is one character that doesn't seem to have a purpose in the anime, even though apparently, according to some people, that in later on, if there's ever a season 2 or in like the light novel, the little alien girl apparently does have a purpose. So it's sort of like introducing her, but like since there's only one season out at the moment, I can't really tell if she has any purpose. And also, I just got 47 blocks diagonal god bridge. So apparently she's supposed to be like a really significant character later on. Okay, next anime. Tonikaku Kawaii. That literally translates to really cute or something like really something along those lines. And this anime is probably the best of the season. It was really good. It's a cute wholesome romance anime, and I guess it does have a bit of comedies in it as well. And it's about basically the very start. It's a bit confusing, and I don't really know why the writer like decided to do that, but so the main character, he basically gets into a car crash, gets saved. Basically, he nearly got isekai by Truckkin, but he was saved, and then married the person who saved him like 2 years later, and it's mostly like a slice of life. It is just, the music is amazing. The opening is just it's just another level. The intro, the opening like animation is like a bit misleading, but it's great. It's like I can't, like, I'm not gonna spoil it, even though I did say there was spoilers in this video. Like, the whole video is spoilers. If you've seen Chunibyo, the intro is a bit like that, like the animation. The opening is literally the definition of fire. Like I said the other day to my friend that I don't really catch up with modern music anymore, but that's somewhat of a lie. Anime music isn't ancient, so that counts as modern music, I guess. Like, I don't have any complaints about this anime apart from if it doesn't get a season 2, I will be very annoyed that it doesn't get a season 2, since, I mean, at least it's a manga and not a light novel, because I thought it would be a light novel given like how it's written. Like, the main character is like a big brain, and if you know me, I like big brain anime, like Dr. Stone, No Game No Life, very big brain animes, and like I really enjoyed them. They're good, probably good first choice of anime, maybe, I don't know. That was cool. There's not much science stuff present in the anime, but like, also apparently it's a shonen, which does like, the demographic for shonen is more like when I think of shonen, I think of Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Food Wars. Not this. This doesn't seem like a shonen, but I guess it is. So this is more like a slice of life romance comedy rather than a romance shonen. But like, I would recommend it if anyone likes romance animes. The manga has like over 100 chapters, so if I ever get bored, I'll just read that. Like, if season 2 doesn't come out either, I'll just read that instead. But the ending of season 1 looks pretty conclusive, so the only downside would be if season 2 never comes. Like, I'd be fine if it's delayed, since the current circumstances and everything. Like, you can't really like force people to work, well, in here, but like, if it's delayed, that's fine, but if it never comes, that's gonna be very sad. But like, since the manga already has like over 100 chapters, I can just hope it's gonna be like not No Go No Life, Kaguya-sama, that anime and / manga. Since like every year there's like a new installment to the anime, which is, so far we've had 2 chapters. Chapter 3 in the OVA has been announced, which is great news. On the Kaguya like Discord subreddit Discord server, like, as soon as they announced it, literally the server went wild. Every channel was just constant spam of Pog, and I was there to witness this. Like coincidentally, I witnessed the spam. I was part of the spam, so that was pretty cool. Okay, so the last 2 weeks, well, 10 days, I was watching this anime called Darling in the Franxx. And that was I heard from my friend that it was mean for having a terrible ending. The build up was great, but it had a terrible ending. So before I say anything about it, holy cow, Strelizia, true A path is cursed. That's all I have to say about the anime. Is like, it's cursed. True A path is cursed. Like, what does A path even mean? But it follows a relatively cliche story, whereas like the original antagonists are not actually the antagonists. So it's similar to that of Captain Marvel and Angel Beats. The build-up was good, as my friend said, but things did get a bit cheesy after like a certain episode. Apparently that was when A1 Studios, like the massive studio that made loads of good anime, uh, took over from Trigger. So apparently that's when it just went downhill and got worse. And so things did get a bit cheesy and a bit far-fetched. Like within 3 episodes, they went from farm like being abandoned, and now they're going to space. Like that's just it's really unexpected. And apparently it doesn't follow the manga or light novel. I think it's manga. That was a new bridge, maybe. The dystopian side of the dystopian world is really interesting. I'm surprised that I actually really like dystopian novels, like such as 1984, and this was also quite good. It was like quite a well, not really well, because it was really, some bits were far-fetched, but like the dystopian bits were still really cool. Like if you've ever read 1984, like you might have found part 3, I think it was. No, it was part 2. Part 2 was like a big bulk of the chapters were just like the fake notebook about Goldstein's way of revolting. And like the if you think about it, if you just like the build up and stuff, it was really good, same as in Frank's. But normally my English teacher would say time jumps are not a good thing in stories, but the time jump at the very end, I think it was 8 years, it did make quite a lot of sense, since it was just like showing how humanity went back in time, kind of. So the world they're in is like in the future, where their future is attracting magma energy, causing desertification to happen everywhere, and then ending up in weird habitat thingies. And then like the 8 years, the like Squad 13, I think it was, they basically just work their way back to original humanity, and that's interesting. And it's also like the ape like society. It's really interesting. The lore goes pretty relatively deep, but it's all covered in the anime, so that's good, I guess. The 2 main protagonists do end up dying after like the 8 years of them just traveling in space. But like it also does have, it reminds me of Angel Beats, since at the very end, like reincarnations of them, they meet, like the 2 reincarnations, which is like Tenchi and the main character of Angel Beats, I don't remember the name. It's like that. It's really it's similar in some ways, and their reunion in like a different life, kind of. That's probably that's the saddest bit of the anime. Even though the ending was really, it was not well made, to put it in, basically. Also, apparently, the manga is completely different. Because Alpha gets killed rather than dies in an explosion, so yeah, it's very different. So overall, the story was quite well made. Like, it wasn't very good, as in like the final bits, they weren't very good. And there was also probably like a hinting, or just discontinuing, like. There was like this hinting that since the real antagonist, the Vim, they don't actually die, it might not be over, even though there's been 8 years for it. Even though like 1 season is enough, it's very conclusive, the ending. But it could be like it might be like Noughts and Crosses, where books 3 and 4 were based on the children, the next generation rather than the previous one. No, just like a random fact. watching stuff in 2x speed is actually like, since I don't have that much time, I'm spending most of my time playing games now. Like watching 2x speed means I can watch double the amount, get double the information in the same time, at the cost of maybe you'll have to read the subtitles faster, or maybe you can't understand the dubs or whatever. But like overall, it's probably a good sacrifice to make for someone who has like not a lot of time. That was pretty much everything I had to say. That was 20 minutes of me rambling about anime and trying to failing to bridge. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't enjoy, then good for you. But as always, thanks for watching. Like, sub, dislike, comment, whatever. Now, see you later. Well, before I go, this video was kind of like an experiment to see how many simps would watch me bridge and fail for. I don't know how long, like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Since I've been talking about things, like different things. With the exception of some fails of bridging, I probably won't be cutting much out, and this recording is approaching 25 minutes.